What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Tyson the Gypsy King Fury, Joyce. Get this. Tyson Fury states that if Usyk don't want no smoke in February, then let's do Joyce at Wembley. Wow. You know, this here is a big surprise to me because Joyce wounded his native brother of New Zealand descent, Joe Parker, and he says, if Usyk don't want no smoke in February, then let's do Joyce at Wembley. Fury told Dev Sani in a video posted in Queensberry Promotions. He said, "You heard it first. You heard it here first. Joe, get your skates on, get fit mush, because if the middleweight don't want no smoke, you're in. Because I'm fighting 3 times next year. You hear me? 3 times. And you can be one of them." Wow. Listen, let me counterpunch. I think that's a ballsy move from Tyson Fury. And I hope he means exactly what he says. And I hope he keeps believing exactly what he says. Why do I say that? Because we know Tyson Fury will say something on the spur of the moment. And even though he may mean it at the time, doesn't mean he's always going to believe or stay in that same mindset. Okay, so he might say, hey, roses are red one day, but then he might say roses are blue the next. So let's keep this same mindset. Let's keep this same energy, because we know Joyce would be ready for a test. He wants to take on anybody for the championship, and it would be worth the stretch because Joyce is not afraid of anybody. You know, I don't think at this stage in his career, he's 37 years old with 14 professional fights. I don't think he has time to mess around at all. So if Tyson Fury is really serious about this fight, then by God, give it to him. Because we already heard Tyson Fury say, hey, well, you know, get your profile up and this, that, and the other and all this and whatever. Now he's saying get your skates on. So that just shows you the examples of how he changes his mind from this to that. Okay, from this point to that point. Okay, but then you got to ask yourself, why would he be questioning if Usyk wants it or not? Wasn't it Team Usyk that already signed their part of the negotiations and they're just waiting for Tyson Fury? And I will go as far as this. The reason why Team Usyk and that side of the street, they're not really worried about the IBF putting pressure on them because they've already did everything they need to do. And they're confident that Tyson Fury wants it too. Bars. And I think that all Tyson Fury has to do is sign. And I think they wouldn't have to worry about the IBF stripping them right away, because that belt will still be up for grabs if whoever wins it or loses it. So let's say Tyson Fury beats Usyk. Well, I believe he will have the opportunity to take on Hrgovic if he chooses to. You know? So I don't know why he would say that, like he heard some type of information from Team Usyk that they didn't want to fight. You know, why would you just randomly throw a name in there like Joyce of all people to fight just out of the blue? It just really makes me suspicious on why he would do something like that. You know, not saying I don't like what I hear, but then smoke screens are a mother sucker at a lot of times. You know, you throw people in there and you throw this name in there. It reminds me of Floyd Money Mayweather, what he did back in 2013. You know, people were giving him shit about Manny Pacquiao this, Manny Pacquiao that. So what did he do? He gave you the next best person. And that was Canelo Alvarez, which was also undefeated at the time, you know, and they labeled it the one, and it broke records. Okay. This looks like the same type of tactic coming from Tyson Fury. But the question is, if they are already in negotiations, why would that have to be? Because, of course, Maypac Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather, their negotiations were just as difficult as Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. Okay, you had a lot of hurdles to get over and around or whatever dealing with those two guys. Okay, I don't see that same energy or same problems with Usyk. Okay, I think that they're just as easy to make the fight. I think that fight is ready. I think Tyson Fury, all he has to do is sign. And I think that fight would be on the way, you know. But again, people, it's good to hear Tyson Fury say that about Joe Joyce. That means he's on the radar. And even if Tyson Fury changes his mind and forgets all about what he just said, Joe Joyce won't. You don't bring up the Juggernaut's name and then turn around and renege, you know. So I think this is a great source of news coming from Tyson Fury himself. You guys tell me what you think about Tyson Fury willing to challenge Joe Joyce at Wembley Arena if Tyson, or should I say, Oleksandr Usyk fight doesn't go through. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.